Hello there, Denobi2 here. Thank you for joining me once again for another visual tour. This time, let's visit my little droid friend R2-D2 from Sideshow. This is the deluxe version, and I promised myself I would not go too deep into collecting Star Wars. I've kind of purged myself, but I do have a fondness for this droid. I've always loved collecting droids. So I was pretty excited to get this. Let's get right to it. Package is okay, nothing fancy about it. Sideshow has never been that keen on packaging and pizzazz. They are weak in that department. So this is not my first droid from them. I did collect the Imperial probe droid. I was very happy with that, and I'm hoping they deliver the same magic to R2-D2. Now, my first impression pulling R2 out of the box is one word, and that word is flimsy. Yes, R2 feels extremely flimsy, loose and flimsy. My heart dropped. I was like, yeah, this feels like a Hasbro product. It felt like deja vu because it felt like I had been down this road before. A very flimsy, loose product. I mean, look at that. That's straight right out of the box. I was like, okay, you know, I will give it the benefit of the doubt. I do love R2-D2. I do love the Star Wars droids. It's not R2's fault that a Sideshow cannot design and deliver a superior product similar to Hot Toys standard. It's not R2's fault. This bugged me. The spring action mechanism, and as you guys know as much as I do, anything with a spring eventually breaks down. You'll probably say, well, Denobi, it's not like you're going to spring it back and forth. Well, that's not the point. The point is I'm going to have this product on display for a very long time, and 2 years down the road, I want this spring mechanism to work. It's barely working now. So, yeah. They do make it up with some little cool features. The magnetic lightsaber. It doubles as a tool that you're able to access as R2's panel there. That's neat. I was like, okay, this is good. Okay, I'm impressed. I like that the lightsaber doubles as a tool. That way you can access the panels. I give it credit. I really do. That's pretty neat. It doesn't stop the fact that the panels are still loose and flimsy. The periscope has a spring mechanism. Once again, we're going back to the spring theory. I don't like a spring mechanism. I kind of wish, and if Sideshow decides to see this video, avoid using springs. I mean, there's other alternatives. I don't look at that. Springs aren't, to me, very reliable. I think eventually they just break down with time. And as you can see, just right there, the word, you know, going back to flimsy, the periscope just didn't feel very secure, didn't feel very sturdy. And accessing the life scanner there seemed like a real bitch. So I was to a point there where I was kind of scared I was going to break it, and I just kind of gave up at one point. I kind of just wanted to kind of show you that might be a little bit difficult. Like I said, I'm not going to display him with the lights, with the life scanner and the periscope. I'm actually just going to display him very neutral. I don't need all the accessories. To me, that's not what R2 represents. To turn him on, his lights, it is kind of like a puzzle box. You do have to hold and twist and turn. You can kind of see that there's some grooves on that. You want to remember where those grooves are at so that you can reassemble R2's head back. Bless Sideshow for having the batteries already installed. Pull the little plastic tab out and you can turn them on and off. And yeah, so I do like. I actually do like. Where they get the A+ in the department is the lights. They did a phenomenal job of lights. And the design on the touch sensor, you see where I'm using the lightsaber there. When you touch it, you turn it on. One touch, two touches, turns on. It's eye pip light. Very cool. This feature here, you know, brought it from a scale from 1 to 10, from a 3, it brought it up to a 7 just because of this. Because something about the lights, and I wish my camera could capture it, it brings R2-D2 to life. And this part made me really happy. The fact that R2 just seems alive. Now it doesn't, it jumps from it being a toy to something movie magical. Keep in mind though that I had to discover how to turn R2 on because the instructions never tell you about the sensor on how to actually turn them on. In fact, by trial and error, I couldn't figure out how to turn the lights on to figure my life. I thought you had to spin the head fast, rock it back and forth, shake the friggin' thing. I had no idea. I had no idea how to turn this on. So for shame on Sideshow for not putting in the instructions in the piece of paper on how to turn R2 on. I almost destroyed this little guy. And yeah, look at that. I'm spinning the damn thing because I couldn't figure out how to turn it on. Anyway, let's go ahead and skip to the accessory. Comes with the Princess Leia holographic base here, which is kind of cool. I thought it was neat that it came with a piece of the Star Wars New Hope, and the holographic feature is just pretty neat. I thought I'd do a little bit of edit in there just to kind of make it look like R2 is sporting the hologram, but it's pretty cool. They designed this very neat. It's just a molded Princess Leia, and the actual table has a little LED light, and it just shines right through it. What's really neat is that you can turn it on with with the prop right there, and then it comes a little piece of plastic with that you can pull off with the lightsaber. Little magnetic tip pulls it right off. So that was pretty neat. That was extremely neat. That I do like. That's pretty neat. Very simple to, let's go back to the tools here, the accessory tools. I'm not going to display R2 with the extended arm and the blade. I honestly don't care. It's neat that his, it comes with all these accessories. And I personally never liked R2 as a slave. I'm not going to display him with the, as a bartender. It's neat. It's kind of a cool accessory on there, but to me, R2 shouldn't be serving drinks to anybody. So it's a nice prop. It's from from Return of the Jedi. They did a really good job. That Sideshow did a really neat job on the accessories for him bartending. But nonetheless, I'll have him on display with my Tamashii Nations die-cast C3PO, and this image looks really good. This looks really good, and something about the lights, C3PO's lights on and R2's lights on, it's magical. So like, subscribe, leave your comments below. I do love the Star Wars droids. I'm not going to go too deep into the world of Star Wars. I am devoted to Iron Man. Thank you for watching.